Alright, hello lovelies, and welcome to a very special segment, as this is just going to be more like a girl talk type of thing. And come to find out, there's going to be a partial lunar moon coming up. I keep looking at my screen. I'm going to try to start learning video, hi, you, versus screen, hi, me. But it's okay. This shouldn't be quick, but it probably will be long. I just want to get some things off my chest going into this lunar moon. I'm starting to learn about, energies, about spiritual, about crystals and sages and magic and life and everything. I'm on this path personally now, so I'm super excited. And with that being said as well, come to find out in this time, a partial lunar moon is coming across my city, and it'll be up to 6 hours. People are saying like this could be close to a full one, but yeah, it's one of those things. And what's funny, my cousin just opened up an African shop in the city, and so I went there. And so, like, knowing that I have family relations now, I went to the open house, and it was really nice. I got some sage, my very first sage, so I was really excited for that. Learned what it does, how to do it, how to invest myself and my energy, and cleanse my house. And I went back today because I had some time, and I got some Palo Santo. I got amethyst and obsidian. A coworker also aligning with lines. I talked to him about it, and come to find out he's also involved in the community. So he was giving me some advice about some things I should do. So I picked up those materials, and I was talking to Baba there, and he gave me a lot of helpful tips and advice on how to power and clean my crystals. So I was super excited and helpful for that. So when I found out that the lunar moon was coming, I was like, what? And then I want to read what my pattern said. It was like with the lunar eclipse, and one of the passages, not the whole thing, we know the pattern. If you don't know, the pattern goes deep, invested in you, not your horoscope, not your birthday, technically your birthday, but you. And I love that so much. And even if you don't believe in horoscopes, it's fine. But just having something to follow, something to listen to, something to help you progress and be on your journey, that's what I love. And so these conversations and these passages to help you pause and either reflect or give you a push to keep moving forward. One of the passages says on my pattern of lunar eclipse, as with all eclipses, this one can call out the mistakes, denials, and shadows of the past. These missteps can come from you, your lineage, or family, or the whole of the global humanity. Right now, you're being asked to acknowledge these actions and integrate them into the collective energies of this full moon. And so, one thing that I take from that as I was reading that is, for me, relationships are a big deal and a big thing. I don't really feel connected with people. I work in customer service. You can ask anybody I've worked with. I have great customer service. I have great connections with people. And it's amazing and it's nice at work, because for me, that's a mental thing. I know I have to do a good job at work to be able to pay my bills. Like, I can't survive if I can't pay my bills. So I've learned how to be a good worker. But when people say I'm great with people, I have great customer service, I'm, well connected, it kind of stings a little because I'm really not connected to people. I don't feel a personal connection. And that always hurts me, even with my family. And with most people, you might not have a good, positive upbringing or a very safe upbringing. I didn't have a horrible upbringing, so I will never bash my childhood. And not comparing, of course, to others that might have been through worse or I am better. But my upbringing was okay. But as far as my mental, I feel like it was very toxic and damaging. And with that, taking on the things that I've seen, the things that I've heard, and thinking this is what a relationship should be, in my adult life, knowing that is not what a relationship should be, has very confusing and hurtful. And me trying to be loving and caring, I used to always, growing up, send good morning text messages to my friends, send funny little things, because that was me connecting. And even though my friends at the time, I'm still friends with some of them right now, as girls and as kids, you joke about things. But there's this guy I liked, and just like with them, I added him to the group, like the group that I was sending the message to. And I said, good morning, did you know? It was some funny I found out that day was like, like opposite sock day or like something silly. And so I was like, good morning, did you know insert silly thing here was today insert silly joke there. And he sent back like a question mark, and I was just like, I was just, trying to say hi and, just start a conversation. And he sent back something that was just like along the lines of, So that kind of was like, ooh. And I told my friends about it, and they joked about it, and they started telling everybody, like, look what she sent him. And I was just like, well, maybe I can't do that. Like, that's not what you do when you like people, when you try to date. Like, I guess I have to play the game and play aloof and play like I don't care. And so I started doing that, and unfortunately, like, it worked, and like it was like that mysterious, but then also I felt more closed off the more I was aloof, that I really couldn't connect. So that was very damaging. And I've never been in a relationship personally. In one relationship I did attempt to try, and I say attempt to try because, it started off as a joke, and I was like, well, maybe it can be real. And we can get into that story another day if you want to hear the details. But for me, it truly damaged me a little bit because I was very, how do you say it? I would send messages daily, saying good morning. I would check in. How are you? Did you eat today? How's this? How's that? And just being, for me, caring, being attentive. However, I got slapped with the word needy, and that really broke me because it's like I didn't want to come off as needy, and needy was that it was a negative word being attacked, and I'm like, well, obviously you don't like the being needy, like he didn't like that, and so I was just like, well, I don't want to be needy if that makes you uncomfortable. I'm just trying to be here for you because that's what this is supposed to be, right? And so, long story short, it obviously didn't work out. Funny story is that he does still try to be friends, but for me, I can't be friends with you. Like, especially with the things that happened, I just can't personally. He keeps reaching out and wants to be friends. No, it's never gonna happen. Leave me alone. But for me going forward, it's like now I don't know what to do. I have all this energy and all this love I want to give out, but when I give it out, it's always attacked. And it gets hard because then people say there's no love in this world. But when we give it, it's either used, abused, or just not received. And it hurts for loving, caring beings like me that wants to give it. But, and then people might say, control your energy better. And I say this to people too, knowing what I've been through and with that. I am more standoffish now. I am more elusive, and I am more closed off, and I'm protected, and I like it. Like, I'm not hurt. I haven't been hurt in a long time, but now I'm lonely. I will admit I'm very, very lonely, and it's very sad. Even though I've come to really love myself, and I'm almost at peace. Not at peace all the way, not even half. But for me, I've started finding more peace within myself, and I love that for me. But then it's like, even if I truly do fall in love with myself, even if I find all of this peace, I still have that loneliness. And for some people, they're fine with being alone and being in love with themselves. I am not that person. I can't fit in that. I'm a person that want to give this love. I want to give it to someone. And I would like it to be reciprocated. I would like it to be given back to me as well. I want that equal exchange. Like, that is what I want. And it's so hard to find and go through that process in series because now there's someone I'm talking to that I have such a major infatuation with. I usually am very infatuated with people, and I tend to be terrified of people that I get infatuated with because it's like, why do I like you as much as I do and I know nothing about you? Like, what is this feeling? These butterflies that are like hornets, like the flutters are beautiful, but the sting is hard, and you haven't even said anything to me. That is how it feels for me when I meet certain individuals. And I have this individual in my life now that I met, and the emotions are pure and raw for me. But now I struggle with myself because it's like, I want to give you everything, but then I don't want you to call me needy or seem like I'm weird and seem like I'm doing too much. But then again, it's like I should be myself, right? But then again, it's that fight. And I don't know if it's the self-conscious, if it's the insecurities, because I have both of those. But it's just the real struggle. And I've started to learn how to accept some things that have happened to me, and I'm trying to learn how to fully process those things. I used to hold on to the hurt, used to hold on to the depression and the guilt and the not the remorse, the regrets. I am learning to let those things go. There is two major situations in my life right now. One very, very strong toxic situation that I just can't get out of. And if I, the only way to get out is to leave my city, literally leave my city. But then that's the fear of starting over. So that's another conversation. But that is something I'm working on. It's like, do I take this leap of faith to leave the city, to leave this toxic environment and situation that I don't want to be a part of, that I'm trapped in, to get away from it? Or do I learn how to deal with it here in my safe space and still grow and heal and fully develop? So that's another thing. So with this lunar eclipse going on, and with those thoughts in my mind, I'm really taking it in, and I'm really trying to continue to process and move forward with that. So I'm excited to see what this lunar eclipse will feel like, look like. I'm gonna either stay up or try to wake up at midnight to really witness this. I'm thinking definitely I want to cleanse my house during that moment. I was gonna cleanse it today in general, so I'm excited. I'm gonna do it during the moon. I want to get all of that energy together with me, and fully go forward to continue to heal myself, continue to love myself, but also process how can I love myself and give love to someone else that can also receive that love. So that's my little rant about the lunar eclipse for me and myself. And I will keep you updated if you all are interested on how this process is going, how this love of mine will turn out. For me, I actually want to read you all one more thing. This happened, if not yesterday, 2 days ago, with my pattern, and I found it so scary, and just crazy. Just listen. You might blame this pattern. Okay, notifications. You might blame this pattern on a partner's unpredictable behavior, but the reality is that something inside you is contributing to it. There's an eccentric part of you that probably finds it hard to commit to a conventional relationship. It's your rebellious, impulsive side, which seeks variety and change. It's important to spend time alone embracing this independent and unique part of yourself. Learn to embody these qualities within you rather than rather than project them onto the people you're attracted to. Once you've done this and accepted the part of you that's distinctive and innovative, you'll be less likely to attract such unpredictable partners or short lived relationships. I read all of that to say that last final part, the short lived relationships. With the infatuations I have with people, they're short lived relationships. I have them, I learn about the person, I study them, and then it's just like poof. And just like it was saying, I think I project a lot on that person. So then when I learn who they are, it's like, oh, that's you. And so I need to learn how to really balance that as well, and really take a person at value. Um, I will throw my head in the toilet and say, I do prefer to be attracted to my partner. I find myself being with certain people when I get infatuations. I'm just like, yes, everything connects, but then sometimes the physical attraction isn't there, and then that's really sad. And I'm just like, I would like to have a connection and an attraction. And then it's that other saying, you can't have everything you want, but for me that really shouldn't be so hard to ask for. So as I continue to work on myself and work through these things, I'm gonna still try to stay attentive and try to make sure I stay aware of if I am projecting. That's the first time I read that, and I was like, I never thought about it that way ever. And so now I'm going to take that in and wonder if I am projecting, how to slowly stop projecting and really start being aware of the person and who they are at face value. And with this person I'm very interested in, I really hope I can do things the right way. And even if they go wrong, really understand what went wrong, whether with them, with me, or just the situation, analyze that and continue to move forward and not lose a part of myself. I definitely recognize with a lot of my past relations, I've given away a lot of myself, and I was lost for a long time. I'm still kind of wondering, but I promise you, those are not text messages. That's just probably like Facebook and Instagram. And let me just try to mute it because like it seems like I'm popular and I'm not. I'm definitely not. But um, I lost my train of thought. But yes, I'm just gonna try to start being more aware of those kind of situations and such. So, again, you know how we say we're gonna end things, say we're gonna leave and you don't leave. That is gonna be all. I'm gonna leave with that. And again, if you would like to be updated on it, just leave a comment below. I'm probably still gonna post things. I don't know how many people really tune into my videos, but for me, this channel really is more like a vlog of my life, and for me to be true to who I am and look back on some days and maybe rewatch myself. I honestly rewatch a lot of all my videos on YouTube. I really like watching my videos, and if someone can get something from them, I love that. And if someone can help me, I would appreciate that. So thank you so much for checking in, and I'll catch you lovelies in another update. Bye.